Across the rolling hills and through the quiet, ancient forests of our world, a silent yet profound story of survival is unfolding. It is the story of the deer, an animal of remarkable grace and resilience that has long captured the human imagination. For centuries, these creatures have moved through our landscapes, symbols of the untamed wild. But this is not a story of loss. Instead, it is a testament to hope, a narrative of human ingenuity and compassion working in concert to secure a future for these magnificent animals. It is a story that shows us, with beautiful clarity, what is possible when we choose to act. The importance of protecting deer extends far beyond the survival of a single species. They are what is called a keystone species, meaning their presence or absence has a profound effect on the entire ecosystem. By browsing on vegetation, they shape the very structure of the forest undergrowth, creating clearings that allow sunlight to reach the floor, which in turn helps other plants to grow. This activity supports a vast web of life, from the insects that pollinate the flowers, to the small mammals that feed on the seeds. When we work to protect deer, we are, in a very real sense, working to protect the health and balance of the entire woodland community, ensuring its richness and diversity for generations yet to come. Our connection to deer is also deeply woven into our own cultural and historical tapestry. To see a deer step silently from the tree line is to experience a moment of pure, unadulterated wildness, a reminder of a world that exists beyond our bustling towns and cities. Losing them would mean losing a part of this shared heritage, a living link to the natural world that has inspired and sustained humanity for millennia. Protecting them is not merely a scientific imperative. It is an act of preserving the very soul of the wilderness. And so we stand at a pivotal moment. The challenges are significant, but the tide is beginning to turn. Around the globe, a quiet revolution in conservation is taking place, driven by dedicated individuals, communities, and organizations. These are stories of success, of habitats painstakingly restored, of herds brought back from the brink, and of communities rediscovering their role as stewards of the land. It is a movement built on the simple yet powerful belief that we can and must coexist with the natural world. This is the hopeful narrative we shall explore, a journey into the heart of conservation and action, where every small effort contributes to a brighter dawn for the herd. One of the most inspiring chapters in the story of deer conservation is the restoration of their natural homes. A deer cannot thrive without a healthy habitat, a place that offers food, water, and shelter from both predators and the elements. In North America, a remarkable transformation has been occurring in places like the American Prairie Reserve in Montana. Here, vast tracts of land are being carefully managed and rewilded, allowing native grasslands to recover from overgrazing and agriculture. As the natural grasses and shrubs return, so too do the mule deer and white-tailed deer, finding sustenance and safety in these newly rejuvenated landscapes, their populations steadily growing in a testament to nature's incredible ability to heal itself when given the chance. Across the Atlantic in the Scottish Highlands, a similar story of renewal is taking place. Projects like Trees for Life are working to restore the ancient Caledonian forest, a vital habitat for the iconic red deer. For centuries, this forest had been reduced to small, fragmented patches. Now, through the painstaking work of planting native trees like Scots pine, birch, and rowan, vast new areas of woodland are being born. This provides not only food for the deer but also crucial cover, protecting them from the harsh Scottish winters. It is a slow, patient process, but with each new sapling that takes root, the future for the red deer of Scotland becomes a little more secure, their majestic forms once again gracing the glens. Even in densely populated regions, innovative solutions are creating vital corridors for wildlife. In the Netherlands, a network of eco-ducts, wide, vegetated bridges built over busy motorways, allows deer and other animals to move safely between fragmented areas of forest. These green bridges are a marvel of ecological engineering, preventing countless road accidents and reconnecting isolated populations, ensuring genetic diversity and long-term viability. It shows that human development and wildlife conservation need not be in conflict. With thoughtful planning and a commitment to coexistence, we can build a world where both people and nature can flourish side by side, sharing the landscape in a harmonious balance. These examples from around the world share a common thread. They are an investment in the foundational elements of life. Restoring a habitat is not a quick fix. It is a long-term promise to the future. It requires scientific knowledge, immense dedication, and the belief that nature's intricate systems are worth preserving. From the sprawling prairies of Montana to the misty highlands of Scotland and the clever green bridges of Europe, we are seeing the profound impact of this commitment. We are not just planting trees or restoring grasslands, we are rebuilding entire worlds piece by piece, ensuring that the deer have a wild home to call their own for all the years to come. While habitat loss poses a slow, creeping threat, the menace of poaching is a far more immediate and brutal danger to deer populations. Poaching, the illegal hunting of wildlife, is a dark shadow that falls across even the most pristine landscapes. However, a growing force of dedicated guardians is pushing back against this threat with incredible courage and effectiveness. These anti-poaching patrols, often comprising local community members, rangers, and conservation officers, are the frontline defenders of the deer. They work tirelessly, day and night, in all weather conditions, to monitor vast areas, remove deadly snares and traps, and deter those who seek to harm these gentle creatures for illegal profit. The success of these efforts is tangible and deeply inspiring. In many parts of Africa and Asia, where rare deer species like the Eld's deer or the Indian hog deer face immense pressure, well-equipped and well-trained anti-poaching teams have made a significant difference. By using modern technology such as GPS tracking, drones for aerial surveillance, and sophisticated communication systems, they can respond to threats more quickly and cover more ground than ever before. Their constant presence acts as a powerful deterrent, making it much riskier and more difficult for poachers to operate. As a result, in protected areas with strong enforcement, deer populations are stabilizing and, in some cases, beginning to rebound. But technology is only part of the solution. The true strength of these anti-poaching efforts lies in the people themselves. Many rangers are recruited from local communities, possessing an unparalleled knowledge of the terrain and the wildlife within it. Their work is not just a job, it is a profound commitment to protecting their natural heritage. They understand the intricate balance of the ecosystem and the vital role that deer play within it. This deep, personal connection fuels their resolve, giving them the strength to face the dangers and challenges of their work. Their bravery ensures that the call of the wild is not silenced by the sound of a poacher's gun. The positive results of these anti-poaching initiatives create a virtuous cycle of hope and empowerment. When local people see that conservation efforts are succeeding, that deer herds are growing and the ecosystem is becoming healthier, it reinforces the value of their work and encourages greater community participation. This success helps to shift local economies away from illegal activities and towards sustainable alternatives like ecotourism, where living wildlife becomes far more valuable than a dead animal. These guardians against the shadow are not just saving deer, they are building a more secure and prosperous future for their communities, one patrol at a time. The most powerful force in conservation is not found in governments or global treaties, but in the hearts and actions of ordinary people. All across the world, local communities are becoming the most effective champions for deer, weaving conservation into the fabric of their daily lives. In India, for instance, villages bordering national parks have formed community-led conservation committees. These groups work alongside forest officials, helping to monitor deer populations, report suspicious activities, and participate in habitat restoration projects like removing invasive weeds. This grassroots involvement fosters a powerful sense of ownership and responsibility, transforming local residents from passive observers into active protectors of their wildlife. This spirit of collective action is being guided and amplified by remarkable organizations dedicated to deer conservation. Groups like the World Wildlife Fund and the Wildlife Conservation Society operate on a global scale, funding critical research, supporting anti-poaching units, and advocating for stronger environmental policies. On a more focused level, organizations such as the Mule Deer Foundation and the National Deer Association in North America work tirelessly to ensure the health of specific deer species and their habitats. These organizations provide the essential structure, resources, and scientific expertise that empower local efforts and turn passion into measurable, positive change for deer populations worldwide. The beauty of this movement is that everyone has a role to play. You do not need to be a scientist or a ranger to make a profound difference. You can contribute by volunteering your time with a local conservation group, helping to plant trees, or restore a small patch of habitat in your own community. Financial donations, no matter how small, can provide a ranger with new equipment or fund camera traps to monitor vulnerable herds. Even the simple act of sharing knowledge, Telling these stories of hope and success to friends and family, or using social media to raise awareness, can inspire others to join this growing chorus of support for our planet's wildlife. And so, the future of the deer rests in our collective hands. It is a future built not on a single grand solution, but on a million small acts of kindness and commitment. It is the landowner who decides to let a corner of their field grow wild, the teacher who inspires a classroom of children with the wonder of nature, and the volunteer who spends a weekend clearing a forest trail. Each action, like a single drop of rain, joins with others to form a river of change that can nourish and restore the wild places of our world. Together, our efforts create a powerful, resounding message of hope, a promise that the gentle deer will continue to grace our forests and fields for all the generations that are yet to come.